Imagine a sophisticated corporate office where a team of resources dressed nicely in formal clothes are working on a complicated project like, let's say, building of a rocket ship. The team consists of highly qualified individuals, but each specialized in their own areas. They're all beautifully coming together to form this team and work towards a common goal. They have an overall manager, they have leads for each team. Everyone knows what role to play, who they report to, and what is expected of them, with the common goal to build something larger and much more sophisticated than each one of them. Each resource in the dress suit is an AI agent here in the virtual world, bringing their unique expertise, with all of them nicely coming together to achieve a common and larger goal. Meet multi-agent framework, also known as Crewai, a framework to bring multiple AI agents together to form a multi-agent system built to accomplish end-to-end AI automation that cannot be done by a single AI alone. Let's dig into this Crewai guide today. I talked about how dumb AI is in many of my previous videos. Well, sorry AI, maybe I shouldn't insult you. Let me just call it unintelligent. Artificial intelligence is unintelligent? What an irony, right? We talked about many reasons why. Some among them include how an AI cannot maintain a state or context. And the extension to that is how it needs someone spoon-feeding to be able to function on its own. But our little guy AI agent has solved that for us. We have seen that in the previous video. Another major drawback we have was, while every AI, especially together with his or her agent, what we call the agentic AI, is super good at what he or she does, it can do that task and that task only. But that's normal, isn't it? If we come to the physical world, especially our job market, everyone is specialized in one area, or maybe a few in the case of those multi-talented folks. For example, it's not fair to expect George, a business analyst, to build and deploy an entire ERP solution to an organization all on his own, or Georgiana, a CEO, to execute entire marketing or any other function for that organization. That is why we form teams in the real world, each playing a particular role, and they all come together within a framework set by someone, depending upon the team, and at the organizational level, it's usually the HR that is setting up this framework. The concept of a Crewai or multi-agent AI is exactly the same. Nothing more, nothing less. This multi-agent AI or Crewai is the framework that allows the governance of this virtual team, and you as the AI developer will define the rules that govern this team. You can define which AI agent leads the team, who are his direct reports, their direct reports, and their direct reports, and so on. You can define the job description for each role, meaning what each AI agent is expected to accomplish. You can define delegation rules. You can define authority of decision making based upon the rank in the quote-unquote this crew organization, etc. This crew can follow various methods to accomplish the goal they are formed for. For example, a simple crew will execute tasks sequentially, meaning one after the other. This comes handy in many cases where we need the tasks to be executed sequentially. You call one agent, take the output of that, and you hand it over to another agent, and so on, and so on, and so on. In more complex cases, the agents will execute tasks not only parallelly, but also hierarchically. Because once you enable parallel processing, you need to make sure someone is monitoring and putting it all together, hence it will automatically become hierarchical. This hierarchy can go on to n number of levels, meaning direct reports, their direct reports, and their direct reports, as in the case of a physical team, as we have seen earlier. This entire team will come together under the leadership of the topmost level AI agent to accomplish a larger goal, which is often an end-to-end process. But wait, there is more. You can also bring democracy into this framework by enabling agents talking to each other, coming to consensus, essentially making collective decisions. Pretty similar to how we run some of the efficient teams in the physical world, isn't it? This is such a popular topic. I'm sure we will talk more about this in the future, at which time we will take a much deeper dive into this. Now, what are the use cases for such multi-agent systems? Many. That is the short answer. Really, this Crew framework is one that advances the narrow nature of today's AI into more practical end-to-end AI for a given process. Honestly, moving the AI needle towards the multi-purpose AI or general purpose AI we talked about under AI 2.0. By the way, if you haven't checked that video out yet, it's time to go to the description and hit on that link. Go, do it right now, go, and come back to this after you're done. And now coming back to this video, take the example of a home automation system that needs to integrate all those different AIs associated to things like thermostats, smart doors, smart windows, home alarm systems, appliances, garage doors, etc., to provide an end-to-end experience. Again, not one at a time, but an integrated experience. Take the example of a self-driving car that needs to engage with so many AIs, one dealing with computer vision, one dealing with maps, one dealing with weather, etc. Or take the example of a smart factory or a smart warehouse where multiple AIs must come together to provide end-to-end intelligence, especially automated intelligence. The use cases for multi-agent systems are endless. But keep in mind, multiple AIs have been coming together without this concept of Crew not being so widespread. How do they do it? If they are able to do it, why do we need this new framework? The answer is, it was done through a lot of hard coding, very similar to how AI agents are hard coded. You remember we talked about it in the agentic AI video? Okay, fine, another link to click from the description if you haven't watched that. Now again, back to this video. The whole concept of Crew we described was achieved through a lot of hardly coded rules in the old AI. And that is exactly what this multi-agent AI framework is here to change. So, what are the options available today to build such multi-agent systems? Everything in the world of AI is so fast changing, hence it's difficult to answer this question precisely, but as of the recording of this video, AutoGen, developed by Microsoft, and Crew.ai come to my mind that are providing such frameworks to build multi-agent based applications. There are also libraries like AutoGPT, MetaGPT, and Baby AGI, which I put more in the AI agent category, but I suggest you check them out. However, there is no doubt in my mind that there will be more options to build these multi-agent systems in the future, and they will become more and more efficient because multi-agent systems simply make sense. Let me conclude this video by talking about one other use case that is potentially scary for this multi-agent Crew, which is the topic we touched upon earlier in terms of moving the needle closer to AGI. You remember we talked about humanoid robots potentially gaining human-like intelligence in a handful of videos in the past, including the one around AI 2.0? Do you know how that is made possible? Through this multi-agent AI frameworks, you actually make AI 2.0 possible. Does that scare you? Meaning multi-agent frameworks building human-like AI scares you? Do you now like or dislike multi-agent systems? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.